Hello, everyone. Hello, my friends around the world. Hello, this is Alpha Q and presented by Panta from Ethiopia. Today, I am here to talk about the impacts of NGOs in a positive or negative manner in Africa. Especially today, I brought here the most outstanding and life-saver NGO that is called Barbara May Foundation. Everyone, dear fellow Ethiopian, African, and all over the world, if we think saving a single life is saving the world, it is Barbara May Foundation that it has been doing for the last 7 years, 8 years in Ethiopia, Bahar Dar. And now it has many projects in Africa like Tanzania. So I will say the most important point is that the experience may be useful for you and your partner. I will come back after the transition. Good. I come back. A Barbarame Foundation is an Australian-based that is founded by a senior gynecologist and obstetrician, Andrew Borrowing. Andrew Borrowing is the most outstanding obstetrician and gynecologist among the top in the world. He has been serving in Ethiopia since 19th. Dear Ethiopians, you may know the term Hamlin Fistula Center in Addis Ababa. Hamlin Fistula Center, the center that is rebuilding the life of those mothers who are suffering from obstetrics complication that is called fistula. Thank you, Varkanesh. You're welcome. Andrew Borrowing is one of the families of the founder of Hamlin Fistula Center. And he had been serving in Bahar Dar. Later, he understood that doing surgery on fistula may not be the solution to stop mothers from suffering with obstructed liver. The obstructed liver causes fistula, so that he wanted to opened the hospital that could prevent the fistula. In Amhara region, the most prevalent area of fistula was in Marcos, that is the East Gojam. So that discussion has been made with Amhara Regional Health Bureau leaders, and then the Mota Hospital was chosen first for the prevention of fistula. Then Mota Hospital served after Mota Hospital was opened for maternity center. A tremendous activities has been made and changes being observed soon. However, by the time, especially in 2012, Fallaga Health Referral Hospital was in big trouble. There were no surgeons, but still mothers were being referred to the hospitals and they were dying. One of the most shocking news about this history was that there was a woman brought by her husband from the most remote areas after she had been trying, pushing day and night. Then when they give up, they brought to the hospital, that is Pelagio Referral Hospital, and they arrived at 5 p.m. However, there were no any physicians, but only midwives. Midwives couldn't do surgery, so that they consulted her husband to take her to a private hospital. He tried to go to the private hospital, but the money he was requested to pay was unaffordable. So that he brought her back to the hospital, but she died. This news was told to Dr. Andrew Boring. Then the discussion again was made with Amhara Regional Health Bureau. So that the foundations of vision maternity was made after this tragedy. So that the Amhara Regional Health Bureau gave the Andrew a health center that's called Bahadar Health Center, more than a century years old health center, and they opened the center inside the compound. Since then, whether you believe or not, over 17,000 mothers gave birth. Among these mothers, only one maternal death had been recorded in history. According to the research that I conducted this year, from 2015 to 2019, about 75,000 women visited the hospital. Among these, 11 thousands of 11,000s of women gave birth in the hospital. In this time, there were no maternal days recorded, but there were some stillbirths, neonatal days. But according to the information I was given by the midwives, they told me that they didn't have a very known and that preventable cause, except some delay. So they corrected the reliance nowadays. This reliance was observed and changes have been made. This helps them to reduce stillbirths, neonatal death. Look, there are about 16 midwives here. These 16 midwives are working day and night to save the life of children and mothers. This hospital is donated by, this hospital is being donated by Barbara May Foundation. without any political or religious or any interest, just because of human, just because of humanity. So that I would love to say thank you, Barbara May Foundation, on behalf of the mothers you saved as a midwife who is working there and who is watching everything every day. It is miracle. Look, the quality service that is being provided by the hospital is just being attracting mothers from the whole parts of the cities. So the attentions of the women in the whole in the city is drawn by the quality services. Then they want to come and be served in our hospital. But because of the limitation we have, we couldn't serve all the mothers at the same time, so that we limited the card to 60 per day, excluding complaints mothers who came from rural areas. But a woman who comes from rural areas is not expected to book first before she arrives. She would have the card as soon as she arrives so that we could clerk her. Those who have complained, the same is being done for them. This makes us very special. So do you know an NGO that is working like Barbara May Foundation? Please share us. Please let us know. We will produce a documentary as soon as possible. If you let know us, you can see the documentary that I prepared just like last year, and I downloaded on my site. I mean, on my YouTube. That is on Alpha. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. This is a health channel that we could transmit. We could broadcast the health related issues, but it's not limited to that. We can broadcast any entertainment, politics, religion, and so on. That we will present you any types of issue in the future. But for the time being, the today's program was all about Barbara May Foundation. As a summary, Barbara May Foundation was founded in Australia in 2010, and it founded Vision Maternity Care in 2012. And from 2012 to this day, over 16,000 of mothers give birth in the institution, and only one maternal days has been recorded in history. Just it was in the beginning. In the last 6 years, there has no maternal days recorded in the institution. Either we referred or we served. One of the institutional maternal days is become common. Look at what happened just this week. An engineer who are being condemned. The woman who gave birth in the hospital in Addis Ababa by cesarean section or vaginal or an instrument, I don't know, but we are told that she died because of the complication related to maternal and childbirth. Look, this happened in Addis, where the medical service is expected to be qualified and many access, many governmental and non-governmental institutions. This doesn't save the mothers who are dying of maternal and child health complications. So, observing this, if every organization is working like Vision Maternity, no maternal days would recur in the world. That is the way that we could save the mothers and children's life. As you know, maternal and child days is still unacceptably high, although tremendous activities has been made in the last 14 years or 4 decades. Of course, we sorry, of course we could find lots of changes. Okay, for example, in Ethiopia, there were about 1,100 days per 100,000 live births. However, to this day, maternal days in Ethiopia is uh, 420 per 100,000 live births, according to 2016 Ethiopian Demographic and Health Survey, and it's expected to be dropped down. So, uh, NGOs, those who do not have any preconditions like Barbara May Foundation, could bring change. Look, every 2 hours, one mother died. Every day, we are losing over 110 mothers due to children, due to pregnancy and pregnancy related complications. Like the engineer we lost today. What the data says that a woman dies every minute in childbirth around the globe, and almost half of these days occur in sub-Saharan Africa. Almost half of the days is in sub-Saharan Africa. What does it mean? The sub-Saharan Africa means including Ethiopia, South Sudan, Sudan, so on. Every woman, every minute there is a days. That days, 50% of that days is registered in sub-Saharan. Despite of the progress made in many countries to increase availability of maternal health care, most women across Africa remain without full access to the care. This is why NGOs like Vision Maternity Cares are important. NGOs that support Vision Maternity like Barbara May Foundations are encouraged without the precautions. East Africa has a maternal mortality rate that stands at about 500 days per 100 live births. In Kenya, it is estimated that 6,300 women die each year. Look, in Kenya, our neighbor, but in Ethiopia, over 11,000 mothers are still dying. Still they are dying. Still they are dying. Like the woman I am talking about now. So, as human, that we need to survive the catastrophic conditions we are suffering from, it is time to support each other. I want to ask the world to support Barbara May Foundation for more NGOs in Ethiopia. In fact, other NGOs like USAID and World Food Program and others have their own interests. We do not accept such kind of self-interest. The only thing we want them is to support our matter. So that thank you, Barbara May Foundation. Thank you. ቢሚኪ ወርቅነሽ እንኳን ደህና መጣችሁ። ያው እንግዲህ የእናቶች የጤና ጉዳይ ዓለም አቀፍ አጀንዳ ከመሆኑ ጋር ተያይዞ ቻናላችንም የእናቶችና የህፃናት ጤና ጉዳይ ላይ እንደማውራት መጠን ዛሬ ዓለም ላይ ይህንን በአንድም በሌላም ሊያገኙ የሚችሉ ሰዎች ይህን ሀሳብ እንዲሰሙት እየሞከርኩ ነው። እናንተም ስትከታተሉኝ ስለነበራችሁ እጅግ በጣም አድርጌ ነው የማመሰግነው። ሀሳቡ ይቀጥላል። እናንተ እስከቆያችሁ ድረስ ከተወሰነ ሰዓት ይህንን ወደ አማርኛ እየመለስኩ እናወራለን። እስካሁን ስላቸው የነበሩትን ሀሳቦችን ጠቅላላ አድርጌ ማለት ነው። እንግዲህ ስለ እናቶች ስለ ህፃናት ስናወራ በ2015 ዓመተ ምህረት የነበሩ በ2010 የነበሩ ዳታዎችን ስናይ በእያንዳንዱ ደቂቃ ውስጥ አንዲት እናት ትሞት ነበር። አሁን በየ2 ሰዓት ውስጥ አንዲት እናት ትሞታለች። ስለዚህ ከ2010 ጀምሮ እስከ 2020 ድረስ የነበረውን የ10 ዓመት ለውጥ ስናይ በየደቂቃው ከመሞት ወደ 2 ሰዓት በመሞት ተቀይሯል። ይሄ ማለት ምን ማለት ነው? በየአመቱ ከግማሽ ሚሊዮን በላይ እናቶች ይሞቱ ነበር። ከነዛ መካከል አሁን ወደ 303 ሺህ እናቶች አካባቢ እንዲሞቱ መሆኑ ነው እንጂ አሁንም ድረስ እናቶች እየሞቱ ነው። ዛት እንደዚህ አይነት የእናቶችን ሞት መቀነስ የሚቻለው ምንም አይነት ኮንዲሽን ሳያስቀምጡ እንደ ባርባራ ሜይ ፋውንዴሽን መስራት ማገዝ የሚችሉ ኤንጂኦዎች ያስፈልጉናል። እነዚህ ኤንጂኦዎች ላይ ባርባራ ሜይ ፋውንዴሽን ማለት አውስትራሊያ ላይ የሚገኙ አውስትራሊያ ላይ በ2010 ዓመተ ምህረት በአንድ የማህፀንና ጽንስ ሐኪም ባለሙያ ተቋቋመ። እሱም ዶክተር አንድሪው ቦረንግ ይባላል። ይሄ ሰው በነገራችን ላይ የሀምሊን ፊስቱላ ማዕከል ከመሰረቱት ከነ ዶክተር ሀምሊን ጋር ዝምድና ያለው ነው። እነ ዶክተር ሀምሊን ለማገዝ በ1990ዎቹ አካባቢ መጥቶ ነበረ። ያኔ አብሯቸው እንዲሰራ ይጠይቁታል። አብሯቸው እንዲሰሩ ከጠየቁት በኋላ እሱም አብሮ ለማገዝ ፈቃደኛ ነበረ። አብሮ ሲያግዛቸው ቆየ። መጨረሻ ላይ አብዛኞቹ የፊስቱላ ተጠቂዎች የት ነው የሚመጡት ተብሎ አመሰግናለሁ። አብዛኛዎቹ የፊስቱላ ተጠቂዎች የት ናቸው የሚመጡት ሲባል ከአማራና ከትግራይ ክልል አካባቢ እንደሚመጡ መረጃ ይሰማል። ከአማራና ከትግራይ ክልል እንደሚመጡ የሰማው ዶክተር አንድሪው አማራ ክልል አካባቢ የት አካባቢ ነው በጣም በብዛት የፊስቱላ ተጠቂ የሆኑ ሰዎች የሚገኙት ሲል ሲያጠና ማርቆስ አካባቢ እንደሆነ ይታወቃል። በነገራችን ላይ ፊስቱላ ማለት ምን ማለት እንደሆነ ሳልነግራችሁ ነው ወጣ እና ፊስቱላ ስንል ስለ ፊስቱላ ስናወራ አማካኝነት የማህፀን ግድግዳ ከሽንት ቧንቧ ግድግዳ ወይም ከዓይነ ምድር ግድግዳ ጋር ሲገናኝ ሽንትን መቆጣጠር አለመቻል ወይም ዓይነ ምድርን መቆጣጠር አለመቻል ወይ ደግሞ ሁለቱንም መቆጣጠር አለመቻል ነው። ስለዚህ ይሄ ደግሞ የሚመጣው በተራዘመ ምጥ ስለሆነ ይህንን የተራዘመ ምጥ እንዳይፈጠር ለማድረግ መሰራት ያለበት ነገር ምንድነው? እናቶች ጤና ተቋም እንዲወልዱ ክትትል እንዲያደርጉ ጉዳት እንዳይደርስባቸው መከላከል፣ ጉዳት ከደረሰ ደግሞ ቶሎ ማከም በሚል ስትራቴጂ ይታሰባል። ከዛ በፊት ግን ወደ አማራ ክልል መጥቶ ባህር ዳር ሀምሊን ፊስቱላ ሴንተርን ይከፍትና እዚህ እያገለገለ ይቆያል። ከዚህ አማራ ክልል ደግሞ መጥቶ ጥናቶች ሲጠኑ ቅድም እንዳልኳችሁ ማርቆስ አካባቢ ሞጣ አካባቢ ችግሩ እንደበዛ ሲታወቅ የሞጣ ሆስፒታል ከአማራ ክልል ጤና ጥበቃ ቢሮ ጋር መነጋገር ስራ እንዲጀምር ይደረጋል። የሞጣ ሆስፒታል በየወሩ 2-3 እናቶች መሞት በጣም የተለመደበት ሆስፒታል ነው የነበረው። ከዛ በኋላ ከዛ ስራ ሲጀምር በአንድ ጊዜ ሞት ቀነሰ። እናቶች ጤና ተቋም እየመጡ መውለድ ጀመሩ። በጎ ፈቃደኞች እዛ ይሰሩ ነበር፣ ሚድዋይፎች እዛ ይሰሩ ነበር እና በጣም በተቀናጀ መንገድ ሲሰሩ ትልቅ አስተዋጽኦ አበረከተ ማለት ነው። በጣም ታዋቂ እየሆነ መጣ። በመካከል ግን ፈለገ ሕይወት ሆስፒታል ሰው ተራበ። ያኔ አዳዲሶቹ ምሩቃን ቢሮክራሲም ሲበዛባቸው የራሳቸውን ስልጡነት ተጠቅመው ሆስፒታሉን አግልለውት ብቻውን ቀረ። ብቻቸውን ቢዝነስ ማሳደድ ትኩረት ሲያደርጉ ሆስፒታል እርቃኑን ቀረ። ሆስፒታል እርቃኑን ሲቀር 11 ሰዓት አካባቢ 5 ፒኤም ላይ ወይም 11 ሰዓት አካባቢ ቤስቱን ይዞ የመጣ አንድ ገበሬ እርዱኝ እያለ ይጮሃል። ሚድዋይፎቹ ኦፕሬሽን መስራት አይችሉም፣ አዩዋት። ስለዚህ ወደ ተሻለ ተቋም መሄድ እንዳለባት ነግረዋት የተሻለ ተቋም ተብሎ ሲታሰብ ደግሞ አንድ ፕራይቬት ሆስፒታል ይልኳታል። ያን ጊዜ እንደ ዛሬው ጥበበ ግዮን የለም፣ አዲስ ዓለም ሆስፒታልም የለም። ሆስፒታሎች በመንግስት ሆስፒታል ያኔ አባይ ማይሚን ፈለገ ሕይወት ሆስፒታል ጋር ነው። ስለዚህ ይቺ ሴትዮ መሄድ የነበረባት ምንድን ነበረ? ወደ አንድ ፕራይቬት ሆስፒታል ትሄዳለች። ያ ፕራይቬት ሆስፒታል ስትሄድ ገንዘብ ይጠይቋታል። ገንዘቡ ደግሞ ልትከፍለው የምትችለው ገንዘብ አይደለም። ስለዚህ እዛው ሆስፒታል እጅ ለሞት ብላ ወደ ሆስፒታል ስትመለስ ሆስፒታል ላይ ሞተች ማለት ነው። ይህ ዜና ለዶክተር አንድሩ ይደርሳል። ዶክተር አንድሩ በጣም ያዝናል በዚህ ሁኔታ። በነገራችን ላይ በዚህ በኩል የሚያግዘው በጣም ትልቅ ሰው አለ። ዶክተር ብርሃኑ ይባላል። አሁን የማተርኒቲ ፋውንድ የቪዥን ማተርኒቲ ኬር ሜዲካል ዳይሬክተር እና ከእሱ ጋር በመተባበር እንደገና ጉዳዩን ለአማራ ክልል መንግስት ይነግራሉ። የአማራ ክልል መንግስት ጋር ተነጋግረው ያው አሁን ቀበሌ 3 ጤና ጣቢያ ውስጥ ያለውን ዛሬ ላይ እየሰራበት ያለውን አካባቢ ይሰጣሉ። በ2005 ዓ.ም በእኛ አቆጣጠር ወይም በፈረንጆቹ አቆጣጠር 2012 ስራ ይጀምራል። ከዛን ጊዜ እስካሁን ድረስ ከ16,000 በላይ እናቶች ወልደዋል። በአጠቃላይ ከ2015 እስከ 19 ድረስ በፈረንጅ አቆጣጠር ከ76,000 በላይ እናቶች ጎብኝተዋል። በዚህ 5 ዓመት ውስጥ የአንዲትም እናት ህይወት አላለፈም። ይሄ ደግሞ በጣም አስደናቂ ለማመን የሚከብድ ማለት ነው። እኔ እዛ ስለምሰራ ሳይሆን በየቀኑ ችግሮች ይገጥማሉ። ችግሮች ሲገጥሙ ሕክምና ይደረጋል። ሕክምናውን በጥንቃቄ ይደረጋል። ክትትሉም በጥንቃቄ ይደረጋል። ሁሉም ባይሆን አብዛኛው በዛ መንገድ ይከወናል እና በዚህ ምክንያት የእናቶችን ሞት ዜሮ ማድረግ ተችሏል። የእናቶችን ሞት ዜሮ ማድረግ የተቻለበት ትልቅ ምክንያት እንዲህ ከሆነ የህፃናትን ሞት ለመቀነስ ሲፈለግ አብዛኛዎቹ ህፃናት ሞተው የሚመጡት ገና ሳይተኙ ስለነበረ ከተኙ በኋላ ወይም በወሊድ ጊዜ ላይ የሚታፈኑትን ህፃናት ግን አክሞ ማዳን የሚቻልባቸው ነገር አለ ወይስ የለም የሚለውን ነገር ለማየት ሙከራ ሲደረግ አብዛኞቹ በቀላሉ ማለት ትግል ተደርጎ ሊድኑ የሚችሉበት እድል ባለምንም ምክንያት እንዳለፉ ይታመናል እና ከዛ በኋላ ግን ትልቅ ማስተካከያዎች ተደርገው አሁን ታሪክ እየሰራ ያለ ተቋም። ስለዚህ እንደ ባርባራ ሜይ ፋውንዴሽን አይነት ተቋማት ኢትዮጵያ ጭንቅ በሆነችበት ጊዜ ትፈልጋለች። እነ ዩኤስኤድ እና ወርልድ ፉድ ፕሮግራም እንግዲያ ቅድመ ሁኔታን አመጡ። ትግራይ ክልል በጦርነት መካከል ሂደን ካረዳን እያሉ አሁን ግን እንረዳቸው ዘንድ መጀመሪያ ሰላም ማውረድ አለባቸው፣ መታረቅ አለባቸው እያሉ ነውና ባርባራ ሜይ ፋውንዴሽንን እናመሰግናለን።